Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. I have with me two people from the Skycoin ecosystem, and we're going to find out about the project that they're launching, building upon Skycoin's incredible technology. Now, before I introduce them, please subscribe, follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, join my official announcement Telegram channel, because one day it might be that YouTube deletes my entire channel. You'll find out that I'm not there, in which case that's why you should join my Telegram announcements group. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, come over to BitTube, a censorship-resistant platform. You can also earn Tube coins just for surfing the internet. And you can also follow me on Bitchute and Library. Interested in passive income? Check out this cryptocurrency savings scheme from AXION. Get a 10% bonus when you use my link and purchase through the AXION auctions. Then stake, save, earn, and spend. Link in the description below. Hey guys, thank you so much for making yourself available. You are Daniel and Daniel, which is really, really helpful because I don't have to remember two names, right?
Just a little bit.
Right. And you are you're launching a project called Launch ISP, and that's born out of the Skycoin ecosystem, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Do you want to start by just saying a little bit about yourself and how you got involved in Skycoin and why, and then we'll go into Launch ISP. Daniel, you first.
Yeah. 2017. We both started trading cryptocurrencies, and obviously just before the boom and then the bust. I started also researching each of the tokens as well, just to see what it was all about. We got a technology background with a telecommunications company over here in Australia, and I came across the Skycoin ecosystem and started looking into it, and come across the Skywire product, and they had the hardware technology. So now I sort of went a bit more in depth on that there, and I thought this fits into what we've been doing for many years, but you could evolve it. So that's how I come across the Skycoin stuff.
And what is it you've been doing for many years that it fits into?
So we have been working for Telstra in Australia, which is the largest telecommunications company. And we've been doing, selling mobiles, selling internet, applications within, like Dropbox and all that kind of stuff, for example. It's a pretty big ecosystem in itself, but that's where we've seen that the new technology was going to evolve, and that's why I had a chat to Daniel one day, and I was like, this here really fits into what we do, and we can do something with it. So that's a bit of that background. We can talk for a very long time, 20 years of it. So
lots of expertise there. Great. Okay. And anything you want to add to that, Daniel?
No, I'm in a similar boat with the telco side of things, a little bit of digital marketing as well, but really got into the crypto space, right before the big hooray at the end of December 2017. And then from there, it just really started to kickstart a passion for learning more. I love the trading side of things, but I also like the fundamental side of things with some of these amazing projects that we're seeing and will continue to see. And then, obviously Daniel was really excited about, Skycoin and what that could do. And really it was, how could we marry that idea with something that we're doing that offer, a better solution to, our community, I guess. So,
okay.
Just trying to bring in the two worlds.
Okay. And why Skycoin? Of all the other platform protocols, why Skycoin?
Yeah, because they have the hardware. There's not many companies out there that utilize the hardware. They've all got an app, or it's something that people can feel and touch. In assets, looking into the technology a lot more. It just sparked that interest because you buy this little bit of hardware and it can create storage and bandwidth, and it can basically decentralize the internet. So and it's to take away that power from the corporations, because obviously you're tied to X amount of big corporations with your internet and you're paying top dollar for that. And why can't we start building our own infrastructure over here as Launch ISP, have our main site and then our little micro sites everywhere as well, and then also include the users in it, so they get a chance to become a part of that ecosystem with the hardware, physical hardware, just like buying a modem. So it's a good selling point as well from a business point of view, because we get paid for it, but then also the client, they've got that bit of hardware and they can be incentivized for that as well. Whereas at the moment you just pay one fee, you get the internet, that's it.
Right. Okay. Well, you mentioned Launch ISP. This is what you're setting up. So what is Launch ISP in a nutshell?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So it's like your typical internet company, but moving hybrid. So in utilizing this new technology, so we'll have our own dedicated fiber link still going into a building. And then we have antennas going out, just like a WISP, a wireless internet service provider, just like anyone else. As a part of that as well, in our main building, we'll have these Skyminers and that technology to also be able to have the storage, bandwidth and all that as soon as a lot of that is ready as well. So once we beam it out to the customer as well, they get the internet for a price, but then they can also add the Skyminer at their house and on-sell their unused bandwidth or data storage as well in the future, and then they can offset their connection price to us.
Right. Okay. So let me
without being incentivized.
Okay. So you're going to have a centralized point where you're going to be sending out Wi-Fi signals.
Yep.
On the Launch ISP network, and then other nodes are going to pick that up, and we're going to get a decentralized ISP, which we'll talk about in a moment. But also what they can do is that they can use your hardware, the Skyminer, and adapt it so that they're able to sell bandwidth and thus earn money. Because what is it right now? I pay for a centralized ISP. They track everything I do, except when I'm using a VPN.
Yeah.
And if there's any spare capacity, too bad, because I can't do anything with it. But with your system, I could then lease it out, rent it out, or sell it or something, and then others will.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, correct. So just like the solar industry. So in times when you're not using your bandwidth, you on-sell that back into the market as well. And these machines,
Daniel, sorry, it's great you say that, because even though I'm in England, we have got solar panels in our house. So on a foggy day like this, I'm taking from the grid, but on a sunny day when the sun does shine in England, we get negative electricity bills.
Oh, nice.
When it does sun.
Yeah. So that's one part of the concept that we'll implement. That side of that is in development and very, very close to being released. But not only that, with the bandwidth side of it, the hardware also becomes like a decentralized storage component. So people get worried about the cloud and where's their data stored now. At least now, once all applications and everything are built on the Skyminers, they can actually store their data, which is all broken up obviously and encrypted, but amongst all these users. So you can actually say, well, the cloud is all around you because there's the machines all around you, instead of a data center over in Iceland or something like that might be guarded. That might be guarded by the military with guns and whatnot. But at least this is decentralized and it's all encrypted. So there's multiple ways that you will be able to actually be incentivized by getting on the network and purchasing. You can either purchase, so we're hybrid, so you can become a part of the hybrid solution, and you can either just be the normal connection like you do now at your house and just do whatever you want to do, or you can go, all right, I'll add the Skyminer into my premise, and I want to be a part of the ecosystem where I can be incentivized.
Right. Okay. All right. And then let's talk a little bit about decentralized ISPs. So then, so this is my understanding, and I'm not from a technical background, so you work it out. So essentially, I think of it as a mesh. Connecting lots and lots of different nodes with the I don't know, the telecommunication signal, the electromagnetic signal, which allows for this communications to be sent back and forth. And on top of that, you'll have email and internet and then VPN and websites and everything, right? So this is like, I suppose it's the equivalent of an electricity network. But instead of sending electricity through cables, what we're sending is telecommunication signals.
Correct.
Okay, but what you've got is a decentralized system. So what's the advantage of that, and how do you do that?
Yeah. So at each point as well, if you do have a sky miner there, it's a part of the hop in the air. Okay, so we'll have our fiber links put around as we grow. Obviously, as the point of connection back to the main ClearNet or the main web. But then if we do, say one site goes down, it will be able to hop over to the next one or the next one or the next one. So the redundancy is there for it not to fail.
Right. Okay. And then that it's decentralized means there's no central point of failure. There's no central point of control. But didn't you say that you're going to have one place where you're going to send the signals out?
Yeah. Well, we have to start somewhere. Yeah. So that's the first one. And then obviously we want to grow that in our area at the moment, then have multiple connections and then start growing it out everywhere else as well, in our state and then hopefully Australia as well.
Yes. Now those signals are by Wi-Fi from node to node. How far away can the nodes be?
Yeah. So depending on the terrain obviously comes into as well. So we map that out. If you've got hills everywhere, the technology direct line of sight, you can probably get over 100 kilometres. But to be safe, in the area, anywhere between 1 kilometre to 5 kilometres, you wouldn't want to be pushing it out much over that.
Okay, all right. So I live on the south coast, and I am 4 kilometres north of the sea. So I could use my Sky Miner as a node, and then somebody would get the signal down by the coast.
Yeah, depending on the terrain and if there's any big trees or buildings or
right.
There's a few
mostly going to be in urban settings because that's where you're going to have the most concentration of people.
Yeah. So if there's something in the way, we try and sell it to someone that's over there, so then it go there and then to you. And then that's a part of the decentralized thing. If you've got more around you, it's going to hop around and through and find that fastest path.
Okay. And then the advantage of a decentralized ISP is that it's censorship resistant, can't be taken down.
Correct.
Okay, but they can take down the origin.
Yeah, if you've only got one origin, you could be in trouble. But obviously, that's not what you want to do. You want to have multiple origins.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then where are you getting the Wi-Fi signal from in the first place? Are you buying it off ISPs or are you?
Yeah, so we get it off a tier 1 provider, and we're getting a negotiation with them as well to get a good price. But we do get it from a tier 1 provider. Obviously, you need that one connection to be able to support the first hub to get the users on, and then our plan is to replicate that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then where are you starting this first off?
In our backyard in Murray Bridge, South Australia. So if anyone familiar, it's bottom of Australia. It's got around about 11,000 households. It's not huge. There's a really good spot for us to start the network and grow it out because the terrain is reasonably flat, and we know the area, and then from there we'll be able to expand. Probably more regionally to start with. Because regionally we've got probably a lot more connection issues than what we do in the cities. But with that forward sight to venture into main capital cities as well. So it'd be a good test spot. So and I think the only other one on top of that as you know, to assist with the decentralization, is that we're looking to also put our own host miners in and around strategic places as well to really help strengthen that network, and then obviously use those connections to then strengthen the network as well. So like Daniel said, there's so many added benefits to what we're doing, and so different to other carriers, I guess. So,
yeah. Well, I can see it doesn't require the large infrastructure that a regular telecommunication. When they're bringing Wi-Fi, they're going to dig up the ground, lay the cables, and all that. Right? It doesn't require that, or even great big solar powered Wi-Fi towers. You don't require that. But how are you going to get people to take it up? I mean, I have to confess, I've had enough problem as it is with setting up my own Sky miner. It was horrible.
Yeah.
And I know about crypto, right? But setting it all up and then configuring it, oh my God, no.
Yeah. Well, that's the first Sky miner. It was fun though, wasn't it?
Move along. But you see, I'm someone who knows about crypto. I can, grasp I'm sold on the concept. It makes complete sense, right? But you got to reach out and educate people. One who they may know about crypto, they may not know about Skycoin. So I know about crypto, and I know about Skycoin. But you're going to have people who know a little bit about crypto who might think, oh, Bitcoin's that Ponzi scheme, right? And or they may not know about Skycoin at all, or they may have heard of it and stuff, and right through to the people who know nothing about crypto. What do you mean? What do you mean digital money? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think this. I heard a comment the other day, and I really liked it. And I actually have heard it before, and I think the blockchain industry will be successful when the people, when they're using it. Sorry, but they don't know they're using it. So the end goal here is, okay, you connect up to us. Here's the modem, which is like a Sky miner or a modem. It's going to be very similar to that in the future. So it'll be plug and play, and away you go. So they don't actually have to really know about, Skycoin or the technology as such. The end goal is to educate them about it, because obviously you can be incentivized with it all and everything. But yeah, it's not the be all and end all.
No, I get it. I don't know how my fridge works, but I use a fridge. And if you've been using the fridge for a long, long time,
Right.
Put the food in, keep it cool, take it out, right?
Yeah.
So,
and I think it's just like the internet now. You get a modem. It gets you put your order in to get connected. The modem rocks up. You plug it in. You type in a username and a password, and up bang, you're off and racing.
Okay. Now, are these modems? Are they going to be full, proper looking like Sky miners? Or are they going to look different? Are they going to be generating Skycoin?
Yeah. So the look of them, there's prototypes that we've seen, but nothing confirmed yet on the new ones. And you're incentivized with coin hours, which is another part of the ecosystem. Mm-hmm. But we also want to make it easy for the client as well. So I've been in discussions with some people as well to be able to make it easy to be able to just sell out of that and into your bank, just like with AUD. And it's just set up. Transactions done. You just sit back and do what you got to do.
Right. Okay. All right. So I can get the value of the decentralization. I can get the simplicity that it's, for me as a potential user, it's just plug and play. What about the reliability of the network, and how does it compare in terms of speed to the legacy providers?
Yeah, I think part of our plan is that we're going to try and limit a certain amount of users per site, so that we're not oversubscribing the network, so the experience is a strong one. Excuse him. And then also part of that with that unused bandwidth that can feed back into our network. So one of the strengths is the business community. So if we've got miners positioned in some businesses 9 to 5, they are using it. Outside of that time, there's 100% of unused bandwidth that they will start to get reimbursed for as well. That feeds back into our network. So we've got all these points of strength to come back into the network that helps us, deliver, a really reliable connection for the users. So we're not going to oversubscribe. We're setting the cap, and that might change as we roll it out. We understand it a little bit more, but all our modelling is sort of done on a base number where the end users, the one that we really want to make sure they've got a good experience and we care about. So it's not about adding an extra 1,000 just to get some sort of stupid bank, but it's about creating a great experience, a great connection. So I think all these little things that we're working on the sides with host miners that will feed back in, a really good connection to start with, and just being really strategic in how we roll it out. I think that will really allow us to provide that good service. And to start with, we'll probably come out with a couple of basic plans, which will evolve as we grow and as we get to understand what our users really want and need. So
yeah.
What about the advantage in terms of cost? Because ultimately, for me, I want reliable, fast broadband, and I want to get it at the cheapest possible price. So how do you compare with that in that regard?
In the local market, all of our research that we've done on any provider, wireless and or through the fibre, we are the cheapest. Let's say 6 to 8% cheaper, which I mean in the big scheme of things all that up. So that's one of our goals is that as the network grows and we start to get reimbursed for bandwidth or traffic that flows through the network, we want to start to pass those savings onto the users as well. So to start with, that's where we want to be, and we know that that's where we'll be. So it'll be at the lower end of the market, the low end of the market. So and we think it can only get better from there. So
right, because also as well as being 6 to 8% cheaper currently, people can earn income by selling on spare capacity, which would make it even cheaper for them because they can offset with the cost of it.
Yeah.
And have you tested this at all?
No, we've been in the industry for many years. The wireless technology we know. The Sky miners connecting to each other we haven't done yet. That's in development, but that's just connecting to antennas. So it's not going to be that hard. It's the same difference.
Even I understand that, right? Signal receiver. Okay, put one up, put the other one up. Done. Okay.
Yeah. So it's it's something we've been involved in for many, many years, and we know what we're doing on that kind of thing.
Right. Okay, I can get that. And then, how are you being funded? Where is the money coming from?
Yeah, so we're currently in a crowdfunding campaign. So do you have the latest on where it's at?
Yeah, so we've got around 18 days left in our campaign. We're in a private round at the moment. We've got a little bit of traction, obviously, the technology behind it all. People were a little bit wary about because they probably don't understand it. We'll just get some figures down for you. And so, yeah, we've got a target of 202,000 that we want to meet to get our first hub up and running.
202,000?
Yeah.
Not 201 or 203? 200.
Pinpoint accuracy. That's the way we operate. So we're just nudging 40,000 now on the campaign, which has been great. We've got a lot of support, a lot of questions coming in as well from potential investors. A huge thank you to the current investors as well that have put some money in. So we really appreciate that. But we do need some more investors on that.
Sure. And what is it? You're not doing a token sale. It's a regular crowd sale. So is it people are buying equity in the company? Like a
Yeah,
shares in the
shares in
company?
the business. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So um, at at max, we're offering up to 25% of the company to grow it, and I think when we sat down and discussed that, we thought it was a fair amount where the investors also own a good chunk of the business, and as we grow and succeed, then we all benefit from it. So and I guess that amount that we were after, that's to get the first site up and running, to purchase the equipment. It covers wages, the tech and Daniel's wage for the first 12 months. So pretty much it covers everything that we need to operate for those 12 months. So we can just focus on getting the network up and then getting people connected to the network. And that's the cool thing, being because we're setting up in the local area. We've had multiple messages of people just trying to connect to the network. I'm like, no, it's not ready yet. So, it's and that's the exciting thing when I've had random messages come through saying, how do I connect? I'm like, well, invest first, but then you can connect. But it's and I think that's the thing that makes is really exciting for us when we can see people wanting to be part of it as well. So.
Yes. Okay. So you raised 40,000 out of a total of 202,000. And how long does the raise go on for?
Yeah, we got 18 days and 22 hours right
18
now.
days and 20 hours. Okay. And what's the minimum investment that somebody can make? Or is there a maximum as well?
$80 is the minimum, so that's one share, and then depending on the investor itself, there is some rules. The standard investor, there's a 10,000 AUD cap, and then if you meet certain criteria as a bigger investor, then you can invest more. So
right,
yeah, there's a big balance.
Yeah, and just to be clear for people watching, we're talking Australian dollars here.
Australian dollars, yes.
Okay, yeah. And then what about people who aren't from Australia and that they want to participate?
We've already got investors from overseas. Yep, we've already got a few.
Okay, including US investors, are they allowed?
Correct.
Okay, and then as shareholders, they'll get return as any shareholders of any particular company would. Okay, and I'll have all the links to this in the description below. And then people pay by fiat, or can they send you a Skycoin?
Nah, just fiat.
Although we have pitched it. We've spoken to Virtual about it, but yeah, it's at the moment because we're doing it through Virtual, who's really assisting us in this raise, and they've been amazing. They control all that, and at the moment it's fiat. So,
well, it is a equity raise. It's not an ICO or anything like that. So that makes sense.
Yeah, that's right. Be great ones, yeah.
Yes.
Even people from the UK can invest.
Very good. So if you're watching from the UK, you can invest. If you're watching this from the US, you can also invest. Hooray! A crypto project you can invest in. And then what are your plans? So you're going to grow organically, starting from your local area, and then I imagine move into neighboring towns and cities and stuff. And then so today your city, and then tomorrow Australia, and then the day after the rest of the world. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, that'd be great.
That may not happen because there's all sorts of licensing restrictions for wireless providers and stuff. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's another thing that we've had to do as well. Like we still have to go get licenses and all that kind of stuff here to get this up and running. It's not some underground project that we're creeping under and just gonna build. It's through all the proper channels as well.
Right. Okay. All right. Is there anything else we haven't covered that you think is important for people to know?
Yeah, no, I think we don't have a website yet. It's been probably the furthest thing from our focus because it's all been really around making sure that this concept could work, and so much time and research has gone into just the wireless technology, really understanding the Skycoin technology and software, and Daniel's really invested into that community, and just understanding, I guess, that ethos and where they want to go as well, because that's really important. We've got the social channels where people can have a look at what we're doing. There was a webinar that we had videoed a few weeks ago that people can also watch if they want to find out a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, we just want to chat to the people about how we can partner together and bring this to life. Our only challenge now is to get that raise complete so that we can hit the road and get it happening. So yeah, that's where the focus is all now. So yeah.
Fabulous. Well, listen, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to have all the links in the description below, so do go check it out and do your own due diligence. And you've got a few days left if you want to participate in the equity raise, and then also you'll get dividends and profits from this as it grows. And I want to thank you both for taking the time to speak to me. And I'd love to speak to you again at some point to find out how it's going. So don't be shy about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Daniel, and Crypto Daniel signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you guys.